Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to get you thinking and feeling and discerning about your life. So, we are back to the Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer, and we have an interesting card for this time of year, for one thing, but I think the juxtaposition is going to be kind of interesting. Good morning, Jonelle. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. So we'll see what you all think of this card. We'll give it a little time for others to pop on, but I also feel like once we've gone over the card, I think we need some tapping. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the sunshine. I appreciate it. Awesome, awesome. So, there's Abigail. Good morning, good morning. And we'll see if today I actually end up in your inbox where you're hoping I show up. So thank you for the sunrises and suns. That's very pretty. We'll give it another minute or two, but let's start with some breath. As always, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Fill your belly up, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Janine. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good morning, Beth. Yep, the practical rebel's starting to roll in here. This is good. This is good. Good morning, Barb. Welcome, welcome. We'll get everybody's day off to a good start. Hopefully you decide to talk to somebody about something from this message today that grabs you, because that then gives someone else the opportunity to do a little deep dive for themselves, some discernment. Gee, that's what Barb thinks about this, or Beth thinks about this. I wonder what I think about this. Good morning, Beth. Welcome, welcome. So, again, Earth Magic, Stephen D. Farmer. Our card is, and interesting that we're currently in springtime, but it is autumnal equinox, release. So again, like I said, a little bit of a juxtaposition, and sometimes when we can hold two things that are seemingly opposites, we gain even more. We gain even more. So let's see what the card has to say, and then we'll do a little tapping. Release. In many areas of the world, deciduous trees prepare for the winter and conserve their energy by contracting their life force. That is, they release their leaves, which have required the rays of the sun and nourishment from the earth in order to maintain robust growth and appearance. Good morning, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. It's not a decision the trees make, at least not in the usual sense. Instead, it's a natural response to the decreasing cycle of light that sets up the gradual and steady release of the tree's leaves. How remarkable it is that these trees, and for that matter, all of Mother Earth's children, simply know what to do with the changes in seasons. Although this seasonal shift appears to be a death of sorts, it's only a preparation for the next cycle of life, one that will naturally follow the more extreme contraction of winter as an aspect of the life, death, rebirth cycle that we find represented in so many different ways. Good morning, Bobby. Glad you're here. Good morning, Morgan. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's here today. So let me show you the card again. Autumnal equinox, release. Release. So now I'm going to read the part that's being directed toward us, see how it fits for you, and then we'll do some tapping. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. So again, there are people, places, and things in our lives that have served a purpose. Yes, Miss Morgan, release. Here we are. Letting go of something that served a purpose at one point, or may just have gotten schlepped along in the family lore, whatever. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. So this is actually preparatory work. You're doing this for the you who is coming, right? So it may not feel quite right yet, but when you do it in advance of the ex-husband, yes, we all have our pieces to release. And We're going to take a look as we do the tapping with a couple of things that I think may be helpful with this. So, allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. No longer congruent with your soul's purpose. And again, I think it's preparatory. The tree drops the leaves preparatory for the winter slumber, right? So we're going to do this letting go of in advance of the you we are becoming. Gotcha? Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest. There's that 4-letter word, rest. How well do we do at that, ladies? Once in a while there's a gentleman on here, but for the most part it's women. How well do we do at that rest piece? Stick some little pockets of reserve in there. So I'm gonna sit for 10 minutes. I'm gonna watch the sun. I'm gonna, hang out with the sunset. I'm gonna listen to the rain. I'm gonna just 10 minutes. 10 minutes. That's all we're asking for, right? Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest, at the same time making preparations for the winter season. So again, we are making preparations for the you are becoming. Look especially at your material possessions. Anybody need to let go of some stuff? I know I do. And be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away or somehow released. Thank you, Cindy. Much appreciated. Consider shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable, as well as work or a job that has become devoid of interest and passion. With release comes a sense of being much lighter, just like the trees that openly bare their nakedness once their leaves have departed, and give room for whatever new life is ready to birth, following a period of quiet and gestation. So again, we can't always see how these preparations are going to serve us down the road. But when we pay attention, good morning, Gwen, when we pay attention, we feel that pull to release some stuff, to prepare for the you are becoming. And then when it unfolds, we go, oh, that's why I let go of that. I get it now. So don't feel like you're going to have all those answers right off the bat. And again, going back to faith and trust, we would not need faith and trust. Good morning, Angie. We wouldn't need faith and trust if we were already all in and could see the end of the tunnel and blah, blah, blah. The fact that we can't see precisely where we're going, yet we're being called to let go of what no longer serves us, is like a definition of faith and trust, isn't it? I have no idea why I need to let go of this, but I know I need to let go of this, so I will do so. All right? Let's see. So let go of whatever has outlived its purposefulness and trust that something will take its place. This or something better. It's kind of like relationships. So if you're in a marriage that isn't working for you, I'm just going to use that as an example. It can be anything. It can be your best friend, can be a boss, whatever. And it isn't working for you. It's healthier to choose to let go of that first. Face that void, now what? And allow what's meant to come in to come in. It's not as great when you stack the deck by bringing in the new without having released the old first. It mucks up the works. And sometimes that's kind of a definition of not having released what needed to go, and keeping things around that may not serve you. You haven't done the work yet on that release piece. So, ladies and gentlemen, potential gentlemen who might be here, once in a while it happens where a guy is on here. This is awesome. Let's release some stuff, all right? So let's start with karate chop spot. Again, you can tap just one, or I like doing both, all right? Repeat out loud after me 3 times. Here we go. I am ready and able to let go of what no longer serves me. Even though I don't know what it is yet that I'm meant to release, some of you might, but even though I don't know what it is yet that I'm meant to release, I am ready to release it nonetheless. Even though this can be a scary process, I choose to practice faith and trust. Good morning, Becky. We are doing some tapping right now. Inside corner of the eyebrows, letting go of what no longer serves me. Good morning, Paula. We're doing some tapping. Outside corner of the eyes. I don't even know what to let go of. Under the eyes. Or I do know what to let go of, but it's pretty scary. Under the nose. Maybe this has been around for a long time. Under the mouth. Maybe there are things about it that I'm going to miss. Collarbone. Maybe it's going to turn out to be a good thing. Under the arms, but I don't know that for sure. Around the crown of the head, and that's what makes me scared. Inside corner of the eyebrows, letting go. Outside corner of the eyes, letting go and trusting. Under the eyes, but what if I make a mistake? Under the nose, I trust. I know myself. Under the mouth, all these what ifs. Collarbone, all these fears. Under the arm, all this secondary gain. Around the crown of the head, I am willing to look at what I'm getting out of this. Inside corner of the eyebrows, maybe it's the opportunity to be a martyr. Outside corner of the eyes, maybe it's the opportunity to feel superior to others. Under the eyes, maybe it's my old victim stance popping up. Under the nose, maybe it's just being unwilling. Under the mouth, maybe it's insisting on certainty. Collarbone, whatever it is, I choose to let it go. Under the arms, I trust I will survive this process. Crown of the head. I'm going to go back to the words here and pull some stuff out. So crown of the head. I'm ready to release. Inside corner of the eyebrows. Letting go is natural. Under the eyes. Even if it feels like a death of sorts. Under the nose, I choose to view it as preparation for the new me. Under the mouth, it's a natural cycle of growth. Collarbone, I choose to let go of anything that no longer serves me. Under the arms, I shed what is burdensome. Around the crown of the head, I shed what is no longer congruent with my soul's purpose. Inside corner of the eyebrow, I conserve my energy. Under the eyes, I allow for more rest. Under the nose, I make preparations for my future. Under the mouth, I let go of all material possessions that no longer serve me. Collarbone, I trust release is coming. Under the arms, I am ready for a rebirth. And around the crown of the head, and so it is. Nice deep breath in. And out. And just check in with yourself. What do you notice? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What are your physical sensations? And if something kind of rose to the surface to be released, that you're kind of like, oh no, can't do that. Rather than shove it away, allow it to just be there. Acknowledge where it's at. I feel this rising up to be released. I'm not quite ready. What do I need in order to release this? Exactly. So as I step back from some friendships, I find it was my attention to them is what held them together. Yes. Where are you hemorrhaging your energy into something that isn't the least bit reciprocal? Right? And many of us, especially those of us in the helping professions, we're used to being helpers. So we tend to draw to us people who need help. There comes a point in our evolution, our personal evolution, where being that helper no longer serves us. No longer serves us. It may be what we do in our role for work, but it doesn't have to be what consumes our personal time also. So now we're opening up. We're releasing some of those friendships, etc., that it's all about them and very little about us. And we open the door for a more reciprocal friendship, relationship, etc., to show up. You might find that some of those old relationships actually do morph. When you start coming at it from a perspective of not, let me help you with that, or here's what you ought to do, or whatever, but wow, that's pretty difficult. How are you thinking you're going to handle that? What do you want to do about that? What do you see as your options? You're not fixing it. You're beginning to send that clear message, not mine to fix. And then you can see which of those friendships someone may rise to the occasion. Okay, well, and how are you doing? They ask you. Finally, there's a little more reciprocity and balance there. How you frame this makes all the difference. Makes all the difference. Especially if you feel like you were the engine that drove that friendship. You can be the engine that changes it or releases it. All right? Lots here to do. Where do you put yourself out there for others where it isn't reciprocated? And or going back to my favorite ever quote from Anne Lamott, help is the sunny side of control. If you're saying to somebody, let me help you with that, you are implying that they can't do it on their own. Is that really what you want to be implying? Sometimes when someone comes to you with, I really need help with this, wouldn't it be interesting to say, are you sure? Are you sure you need help? I see you as pretty capable. I think you can do this. Is that going to create some uncomfortable conversations? Perhaps. Be willing to go there. Be willing to go there. All right? So that is our card for today. Autumnal equinox. Release. Release. Keep the chat going. Put more stuff in there that, yeah, but what if? Here's what I'm afraid of. Put it all in there. We'll have some conversation ongoing because this is a huge opportunity for us to make changes. I'm glad they were useful. Awesome. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including releasing what no longer serves you. Bye-bye.